Welcome to the Low Rent, No Rent Horror Review.
The show where we review movies that have a budget smaller than the catering budget for Jurassic World that you can find on Netflix, Crackle, or wherever else you can find movies for cheap or free or very low cost to rent.
This month we review Cabin in the Woods style movies. So enjoy. Today we are reviewing Zombeavers.
Alright, so where should we start with Zombeavers? It is
It's a Cabin in the Woods style movie, which is why we are reviewing it this month.
Because this month's theme is getting lost in a cabin in the woods, which you should never do. Just putting it out there.
Basically, the lessons of horror movies are don't go on a vacation in a cabin in the woods because you're going to get attacked by zombievers, leprechauns, zombies, crazy rednecks, just about anything.
Yeah, just don't do it. So the plot of this one is, if I'm not mistaken, it was three girls are going to go on a trip to get away from the boys, right?
Yep, because one of them got cheated on.
Right. So they're going to go to a cabin with no cell service, which is unrealistic.
You have to do that in modern times so that, you can't have phones.
Yeah, so you can have them call for help.
Something that was easy in 70s movies to avoid, like the access now, and now you have that whole hurdle of, they could just use their cell phone.
Right, and the movie starts with a very funny guy, Bill Burr. They're driving along, they're having a conversation. We won't spoil that conversation, but we will spoil the movie, so you should just go watch Zombeavers and then come back, or it's Zombeavers.
Watch this and then watch the movie and don't be mad that we spoiled things.
Honestly, you shouldn't be mad we're spoiling these movies. You're just being a jerk at that point. But he's driving along. He's carrying, medical waste, right?
Yeah,
basically,
or some kind of toxic chemical.
Pony keg of some kind of something. Hits a deer. Pony keg goes off. Infects a beaver dam.
Creating zombievers.
Which, not to be a stickler, what killed the beavers the first time? Was it the medical waste that brought them back to life, or did they?
Probably. I mean, I think that's happened in zombie movies before. I can't remember which ones, but it's like where the toxic chemical kills them and then also brings them back.
All right. Either way.
I don't know.
But I mean, this is another one that this is not a true horror movie. This is a kind of campy, intentionally goofy horror movie.
It's a horror comedy for sure.
Anything you open up with Bill Burr should be. I hope.
It's got, over-the-top gore, boobs. You do get to see some boobs in this one. They're good boobs.
In my personal, they were one of the best ones I've seen in a comedy horror for a long time.
Very nice Courtney. Very nice boobs you've got there. And lots of innuendo jokes. Beaver pussy jokes.
The best. There was a...
Delivered on those.
Delivered. Because, honestly, when you're looking for a movie called Zombiever, whose poster is a zombified beaver swimming towards a woman's open legs, if it doesn't have at least one pussy-eating joke, you should turn it off. You shouldn't make that movie.
Right. So basically it had everything we love in horror and comedy movies. Practical effects, yes. I love practical effects, and this one, the Zombeavers were not like CGI, Sharknado crappiness. They were puppets and practical. I think some of them were probably animatronic, but they looked good. You could tell they were puppets, but that's
where they were going.
But that was the look, and they were the design was good, and I loved them.
Everything about them was great. All right, so we got our girls going out in the woods, and it sets up one of the most unrealistic things in this whole movie. There's an attractive woman in the back, and they're talking about their boyfriends, but before they lose cell service. She looks at a dick pic on her phone that was the palest dick I've ever seen, right? Would you not agree?
And it was very smooth, too.
It was definitely made of plastic.
Yeah.
Definitely the most unrealistic thing in this entire movie is that attractive woman didn't have a real picture of a dick on her phone.
I like that they could show us real boobs, but that they couldn't even show us a picture of a real penis.
Yeah, it had to be...
Give us some real peen. Some real peen.
Or just don't have the peen in there. You ain't got to put it in my account. All right, whatever.
Ween. Dean. Wiener. Dingle dongle. I don't care. Just give me a real one every so often.
Just don't do, because it takes so away from the movie that this attractive woman in the back has got a picture of a fake dick, and you show like 3 different angles on it.
Right. And, she shows multiple pictures.
And I tell you what, Zombeavers, if it was real, I apologize, but that dude should probably get that shit checked out by a doctor because it was way too pale.
Or he should get it molded for sex toys because it's very smooth.
It did look very smooth.
We've along with that, we had the nerdy girl. Who I'm rocking the same look as. The denim
Canadian
shirt.
tuxedo, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Denim shirt, glasses, curly hair, but then short shorts on the bottom. Mm-hmm.
She was wearing neon pink shorts when she got out of the car, so it was basically like, what, Tina Fey on top?
Yeah.
Jenna Maroney on the
bottom?
bottom?
It was not what I was, yeah, exactly. It was not what I was expecting when she stood up. You know, like in the car, I thought, oh, this is the nerd girl. Mm-hmm. She stands up, she's got like the short shorts and high heels. She was
driving in 4-inch heels.
And they said it was a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
4-hour drive. I'm guessing she took them off because I can't drive in heels like that. I have to take them off and drive back.
I can, but I'm just special like that. Also, it brings us to another thing we didn't like about this movie. It was set in Indiana, but they all had vague Southern accents. What the fuck, Zombeavers?
Which led me to question, where is Indiana?
Which took some Googling because neither one of us knew.
It's next to Ohio and above Kentucky. So I suppose it's plausible to have like a country-ish accent.
But it felt like they were making fun of me personally, Big Tim Murphy. They were insulting my Southern accent and my heritage.
It just didn't feel real, if you know what I'm saying.
And then it would...
and then they'd stop.
I'm laughing way too much at this, but this is more fun than Zombeavers, but Zombeavers was pretty fun.
It was really fun, to be truthful. It was good. Then we've got the guy who's like your knockoff Chris Hemsworth in Cabin in the Woods. He's wearing a Letterman's jacket just like that character. It's...
Because frankly, even though it's a girls' weekend...
oh yeah, the boys butt in, they show up.
Yeah, the slutty girl, of course, invited the boys...
Because she wants a bone.
She expressly mentions having... That's boning.
Boning. That's a new signal, guys. New signal. No holes.
Jeez. Oh, I don't know. That might be too much. The FCC, she might have to cut us out. But yeah, so they wind up there. So you got the 3 girls, and the whole point of the weekend was that the one boy cheated on the girl.
And he showed up.
He showed up, which is a dick move.
Mm-hmm.
And he led to my most frustrating scene. After we've established that there's beavers that are probably something wrong, they're sitting on a float out in the middle of the lake. The one fella, he gets his foot attacked by a beaver, so they're obviously
his foot comes all the way off.
Oh yeah,
and then he grabs the foot. He carries the foot for the rest of the movie.
Because they're gonna try and save it from a zombified beaver attack that you should just give that foot up. It's not going back on. But it leads to them trying. The douchebag character, he decides to pick a distraction, so they take the cute dog, the Jack Russell Terrier.
Because they're in the middle of the lake on a raft, so they're surrounded.
So what's he do? He throws the fucking dog in the water for a distraction. Fuck you, douchebag guy. That dog didn't deserve to die.
At that moment, Tim said, I hope that guy gets his dick eaten off. And then that guy gets his dick eaten off later on in the movie.
Spoiler alert.
We already told you about spoilers, so that's the spoiler. He does get his dick eaten off, so it tells you if you do something in a movie Tim doesn't like and he wishes ill, it'll probably happen to you.
Well, it's the only power I really have is that a zombified beaver will eat your penis. So you best watch out if you live in the range where beavers live, and if they're zombified, because I can command them to bite your dick off.
Mm-hmm. Then what do we find out later about that girl and the douchebag guy?
Oh, turns out douchebag cheated with the girl.
With our Tina Fey character. She was the one who was slutting it up with her friend's boyfriend, and at a certain point later in the movie, they are besieged by Zombeavers, completely surrounded. They're in the bathroom, and at this point they know, a bite will infect you and turn you into a Zombeaver. She tells him, take off all your clothes. They're searching each other for bites. They get turned on and start banging.
Yeah.
Could you bang in the middle of a Zombeaver siege?
The man in me wants to say yes, but the realist in me says no, because there's fucking zombified beavers trying to eat me. I don't think I could get blood rushing down there.
I don't think I could either. I would That's not erotic at all.
None of that turns me on.
To me at all. Also, it puts you at exposure for when you're running, just logically, and we know horror movies, everyone always makes terrible decisions, but I wouldn't want to be on the run in my underwear or naked. Yeah, especially when scratches and bites.
Yeah, and you're surrounded by zombified beavers, which drives me my biggest problem. They don't have a single damn gun in this cabin, in the deserted cabin in the woods. If you own a deserted cabin in the woods, this is a public service announcement, you should get a fucking gun. Get an AR-15. They're not that expensive. You can get one for $500, and there are some places that do layaway. And almost all states allow you to have one, especially, even in California, you're allowed to have one with a 10-round magazine. Okay? Do you know what the Second Amendment's for? Protecting us from zombified bullshit like that. Okay?
Zombeavers.
Because every movie that has a deserted cabin in the woods has some kind of creature, and what are they fighting it off with? A fire extinguisher, a fire poker, we're gonna take a hockey stick. Just get a goddamn gun. You can get a shotgun for $130 at Walmart in almost every state in this country, but you're gonna and also put some medical supplies in there. You know you have this deserted cabin where the nearest hospital is 30, 40 miles away. They established in the story. Your nearest whatever, and you don't have a single gun or food or medical supplies.
They do attempt to take their friend who has his foot chopped off to the hospital. They don't leave him, but there's a down tree because of course they're beavers and they took down the tree.
Because even though they're zombies, they're still cutting down trees at a rapid pace.
Well, they know what to do.
Just get a fucking gun if you own a cabin in the woods. Just put one in there, even a .22. Just get something. If not, just for the horror movie potential of stopping zombified rednecks, zombified Nazis, zombified beavers, zombies, communists. I don't know.
Or non-zombie attacks. Maybe a leprechaun.
A leprechaun or a bear.
Or a merman, or
because even in this movie, a bear.
Yeah, there is a bear in it.
And he gets frightened off by that crazy.
There's a bear that gets turned into a zombiever. But if you need advice on what kind of gun to stock in your cabin in the woods, you can hit up Big Tim. He knows about guns.
At Big Tim Comic.
So let's see. I think we can leave it with this. What do you give Zombeavers?
I give it 3 zombified beavers out of 5.
And I give it a 6 out of 10. Because I don't want to use the same scale as Tim. I refuse to.
Well, I don't like the 1 out of 10. It's not fair. 5's a little better. 100's better, but whatever.
I like 10s. It gives me more options.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5.
And the reason why I would give it a 7 out of 10, but I give it a 6 because the end, they close on a beehive, clearly setting up for zombies, which makes me ask and want to suggest, after you make zombies, perhaps you could make zombeats? Like the vegetable, the root vegetable.
Oh, I thought you meant break dancers.
Nope, zombeats. Just beets.
How would that even work?
I don't know.
Well, fuck it. I mean...
You eat a beet and then you turn into a zombie? I don't know.
Maybe there's a beet festival.
But I'm just... beatniks! Zombeatniks!
Yes! Hippies.
Zombeatniks!
They won't have any guns either, because they're stupid too.
You could have Vietnam vets come back and shoot the zombies. The zombeatniks. There you go. You're welcome.
Hey, feller. Thanks for watching. You should like and subscribe. And also be sure to remind me how fat I am in the comments. I need to hear it at least 5 or 6 times a day.